Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to tell you about marriage timing. Before we get started, please subscribe my channel so that you don't miss any update. You can request the topic, and if you want to take personal consultation, you can check the website. All the services that I provide is mentioned in the website. You can message me on WhatsApp or email me if you want to ask anything. I'm always available to answer you, and I always try to give instant reply. So if you have any question, any doubt, you want to ask something, just feel free to text me. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, I have found out that using only Vimshotri Dasha to find out the timing of marriage doesn't work very properly, right? Because I have seen people getting married in the planet placed in the sixth house, or having very weak connection with seventh house. Okay, so basically you meet your partner and other things happen. Some of them are destined, some are not destined because of the malefic influence. If your marriage is getting delayed, it is because of the malefic influences and the 8th house influence, 6th house influence more in your chart. These planets have become stronger. See, it is not only Saturn which delays your marriage. I have seen charts in which there is no Saturn influence and still they are 40 but still not married. So it is not that Saturn delays marriage. There can be multiple factors. If your 6th lord has become stronger than your 7th lord, then also marriage can be delayed. 8th lord, 12th lord. Okay, so if malefics basically become stronger, then marriage can be delayed. Even if Jupiter is in the 7th house, right, it will also delay marriage. Okay, Jupiter in the first, even exalted or debilitated, or in the 7th itself, can delay marriage. Okay, in the birth and the Navamsha, Jupiter delays marriage because Jupiter is a very heavy planet. Okay, full of gas, so it becomes heavy. There is a heavy karma in relationship, in marriage. If it is debilitated, it is better. Okay, exalted one, because it becomes very very powerful, especially in the birth chart. Okay, in the 7th house I'm talking about, not other houses. So it doesn't matter that you have exalted planets, then you will get good results. Okay, I have seen exalted planets give good results in career and finances more than relationships. Okay, if we have normal planets like in neutral signs, friendly signs, for relationship it is far better than having 7th lord exalted or Venus exalted. Okay, so these planets can give you very good results in career, money, finance, but when it comes to relationships, I have never seen these planets to give very good results. Okay, even when Venus is exalted in the 7th house. So yes, that's why. But that doesn't mean debilitated planets will give you good results. Exalted and debilitated regarding relationship, because it is a very sensitive matter, very delicate matter. Okay, your feelings, emotions are attached to other. So if it is debilitated or exalted, then still it's not very beneficial. So regarding the marriage timing, Vimshotri Dasha doesn't work very well. If you have to check from the Vimshotri, so it doesn't work very well. So I have another method, that is about you check the transit of Jupiter and Saturn. Very simple method. Jupiter and Saturn, you can check when you have reached the marriage age, and then your own intuition, because subconsciously your soul knows when you will get married. So if you try to find out the timing of your marriage by yourself and little bit work on your chart, you will be able to find out when you will get married. Okay, because when you start working on a chart, your intuition, your subconscious mind, in which all the memories are stored, will start guiding you. Okay, so it is better you start to do it. Okay, so yeah. So what I have seen, see, I have seen whenever Saturn and Jupiter, right, they're transiting the first, seventh house, marriage takes place, or you meet your partner. Okay, when, and this thing you have to, in the Navamsha also you have to check. And also when Saturn is aspecting the seventh lord of the birth chart or the seventh lord of the D9 chart, any of these two, then marriage takes place. For males, if Saturn is aspecting their Venus, then also marriage takes place. Then a Saturn transit is for 2.5 years. Okay, so it is better if you check for 2.5 years. And it also depends upon when you want to get married, when you are searching for the partner. Okay, so you can keep these factors in mind, like when I want to get married and all these things, and then you can find out. Saturn return, whenever happens, for most of the people it can give you marriage if you have reached that age, right? And so this way you have to check. Okay, so yeah. And then if you have wish yoga or any bad yoga in your chart, then also marriage can be delayed or denied. Okay, and then you have to check Jupiter. You can Jupiter transiting in the seventh house of the Navamsha or the seventh house of the moon chart, or aspecting the seventh house from moon, Navamsha or Lagna chart, these three charts. And then in trine of Venus or in trine of the seventh lord, either of the birth chart or of the D9 chart, then marriage can take place. But Jupiter and Saturn should anywhere be connected with seventh lord. Okay, if they are not connected with seventh lord, then marriage cannot take place. And then when they go retrograde, then you have to check the aspects with the previous sign as well, right? When you have checked this transit of Jupiter and Saturn, then you can check the transit of Rahu Ketu also will anywhere, either they will aspect your seventh house, or they will aspect a seventh lord in birth, Navamsha or moon chart. From any of these three houses they will aspect. Okay, so this way you have to check. So moon chart, Lagna and Navamsha chart. After that you can find out your Vimshotri Dasha. Okay, in the Vimshotri Dasha, basically 12th lord, first lord of the Navamsha. See, 12th lord is also important for marriage. Okay, 12th lord, first lord of the Navamsha, 7th lord of the Navamsha, 9th lord of the Navamsha, even 8th, because 8th represents transformation. Okay, 9th and 12th I have seen they become important. Then second house of family, and 11th house of fulfillment of desires. So these are the houses of the Navamsha chart that I'm talking. And then in the birth chart it can be 7th house, 12th house, 11th house. Okay, these houses, and 9th house also, because 9th house is of destiny, so 9th house also becomes important. Then second house, if the planet Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantar Dasha planets are connected with these houses, marriage will take place. You can also check it from the moon chart. Okay, so you have to check it by this way when you will get married, right? And I'm sure your intuition will guide you very perfectly. Then the other different method is prashna. Okay, when this prashna comes in your mind, when I will get married, you can open the prashna chart. If you know KP astrology, then it becomes very easy to find out where you will get married. Okay, and the Navamsha chart of the prashna chart, in this it will become very easy for you. In this, just check the seventh lord, any planet that is connected to seventh house will give you marriage. Okay, so by prashna also you can check. Then other method is make chits, paper, write 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, and or you can write years, 2023, 24, 25. The years you can write on the chits, and then you can shuffle and ask universe, God, to help you to know the timing of marriage. You can light candles, incense sticks and all those things, clean the energy, and very calmly you can meditate for some time and then ask universe for the answer. And trust me, if your energy is clear, universe will guide you perfectly. Trust me guys, you will be able to know the answer of your question. Okay, and then after that there are multiple methods, pendulum reading, tarot cards. From all these also you can know your marriage timing if you are not able to find it from astrology, right? So there are multiple methods you can try. The only thing is that your energy should be cleared. Okay, energy should be clear and focus should be on the question. If focus is not on the question and there is no urge to know the answer properly, and you are not asking it when you are cleaned the energy, right, lighting candle and all those things, then you will not don't know the right answer. But trust me, you will know the right answer when you clean the energy and then you ask the answer. Okay, it will be accurate. So let's see the example charts. In the example charts I will explain you in a better manner. So this is example chart, right? This person has Venus retrograde combust. He had much issues in married life. Okay, not able to marry the desired partner, right? So he got married on 21st November 2001. Saturn was transiting in Capricorn, Jupiter in Aquarius. So first let's see Saturn, Jupiter, Aquarius. Saturn in Capricorn. Capricorn is here in 8th house, right? Let's check if it is aspecting the 7th house. Right, it's aspecting the 7th house, yes, and it was not retrograde also. It was aspecting the 7th house. Okay, and then aspecting the 2nd house. One more thing, Saturn aspect in the 7th house and the Navamsha is also important, and then the 5th house. Okay, so yeah, and from a birth chart, Saturn was transiting in the 2nd house. Moon and birth is one only. This is D1 and this is D9. Okay, so Saturn transiting here. From here Saturn aspecting the 4th house and the 8th house and the 11th house. Okay, so Venus represents wife for male. This is a male chart, right? Male chart. So Venus represents wife for male. It's very important. Okay, and 2nd house is of family, any event regarding family, addition in family member. So what you have to see here, Saturn's transit or aspect on the 2nd house becomes important for marriage, but no matter what, its connection with 7th lord is important, right? And then Jupiter transit in Aquarius. Okay, one thing also you have to see, when Jupiter transits in the sign, in the natal sign, then also it becomes important for marriage. From here Jupiter transit aspecting the Mercury. Mercury is the 7th lord of the D1 chart. So this yoga is also getting confirmed. And Rahu Ketu in the Taurus and Scorpio. Rahu in Taurus aspecting this house and this house. Okay, and here from birth chart, Rahu is aspecting Ketu, natal Ketu, this sign and this sign. Okay, so 12th house and 2nd house. So 2nd house becomes important. So Ketu is transiting his 7th lord, right? Ketu is transiting his 7th lord. This thing we check. And from here also Ketu is aspecting the 7th lord, which shows that past life karma he is clearing with his spouse, right? And then Rahu, Venus, Jupiter. Rahu gives marriage. Rahu Dasha gives marriage. Okay, Rahu is in the 9th house, right? In the 9th house, in the D9 chart. So it is good for marriage, and Rahu is also aspecting the 7th lord. And then Venus is in the 11th house. 11th house is important for marriage, no matter it is ruling the 6th house, but it is important as it is in the 11th house. So this thing we have to consider, and after making any decision we have to look at the Navamsha. In Navamsha, Venus is exalted with the lord of the house of exaltation, which makes it very strong. Venus is ruling the second house, in the 12th house, okay, and the 5th house, so it's strong. Second house is important for marriage, okay. And then you can also check the nakshatra. If Venus is Venus is transiting the nakshatra of the 7th lord anywhere, that can also be prominent. And then Rahu, Rahu. So just only by seeing the dasha you will not be able to calculate your marriage timing. You need to check the transits as well, right? So this was one example chart. Now let's see another one. Now this is the example chart. This person got married in Saturn period, okay. And on the date of marriage, Saturn is in Aquarius, Jupiter in Pisces, and Rahu in Aries, Ketu in Libra, okay. So can you just take out the timing of marriage just by looking at Saturn? No, okay. No one will tell that you can get married when Saturn period is going on, no, right? But here Saturn is ruling the second house of variation of family, any event regarding family, okay. Now this is a female chart, right? This is a female chart, and in the female chart I have told you that second house is very important for male, but that doesn't mean you will not check second house for female. For female also second house is important, right? But you have to give more importance to second house of the male chart. Now on the date of marriage, Saturn is in Aquarius. Where is Saturn is here, right? Which is the 7th lord. 7th lord is Mercury. Saturn aspecting the 7th lord in the 12th house, right? Another thing, very strong combination, Saturn transiting the 7th lord in the 1st house, okay. Jupiter transiting Pisces in the 2nd house again. 2nd house is of marriage, right? And Pisces is here in 4th house, and from here aspecting the 7th lord, also aspecting the Venus, okay. So it is trine to Mercury, 7th lord, and Venus also. So this is the timing of marriage. Both Jupiter and Saturn are connected to the 7th lord, okay. So yes, and Jupiter transiting the natal Saturn, okay. So this way we have to check the marriage timing. Now let's see another chart. Okay, in this chart you see that she got married on this state, and Saturn was transiting in Cancer and Jupiter in Scorpio. 7th lord is Jupiter. Saturn is transiting in Cancer, that is the 2nd house, right? And it is aspecting the 7th lord from here, right? And Jupiter transiting in Scorpio, okay. So it is not a good house for marriage. We cannot consider it for marriage. But from here to aspecting the 2nd house, anywhere connected to 2nd house, right? To 12th house connected, because I told you 2nd, 12th, 11th, 9th, 7th houses are important for marriage. These houses in the D9, okay, and the D1, 2nd, 11th and 7th are important for marriage, okay, in the D1, right? So this we have to check this way. And so if Jupiter is getting connected to 6th house, we can check it from the D1 chart, right? In the D1 chart it is transiting the 2nd house, okay. 2nd house is of marriage. And then you have to check, you can check it from the moon as well. From moon, it is moon, from moon the 7th lord is Mercury, and Jupiter transiting Mercury. Okay, also the second house. Got married, Rahu, Moon. Rahu and Rahu, Moon. Moon is the second lord. This condition is also fulfilled. And Moon is in the 5th house, Rahu in the 1st. Ascendant of Navamsha is important. So ascendant is important. Okay. So these houses you can note down in the D9 and in the D1, these houses. Okay. Now let's see another chart. So in this chart, the person got married in Jupiter, Mars, Moon, Saturn in Aquarius. In the Navamsha, in the 1st house, Saturn in Aquarius. Okay, so transiting the 1st house. In the D1, it is transiting the 9th house and aspecting the 7th house from 9th house. And okay, this thing, and from Moon, it is transiting the 5th house, again aspecting the 7th house from Moon. Okay, so making connection. And then Jupiter in Pisces, not aspecting the 7th house but aspecting the 2nd, 4th and 6th, second house. Okay, and from here again 2nd house. So we are saying that 2nd house is so important for marriage more than the 7th, because event related to marriage, right? And from here it is aspecting 6th, 8th and this house. So it's transiting in the 2nd house. From Moon, Jupiter transiting in the 6th house. From Moon it is transiting in the 6th house. So it's not very supportive from Moon, but from D1 and D9 it is supportive. Okay, this is D9, this is D1. Now let's see the last chart. So Saturn is from here Saturn is aspecting the 1st house, that is the 7th lord, right? And from Moon also Saturn is aspecting the 7th house. Okay, Jupiter is in Taurus, Jupiter is aspecting the 7th house, and Saturn is aspecting the 9th house. 9th house is important for marriage, right? Here 6th lord, 7th lord here is Mercury. Now 7th lord here is Saturn, and Jupiter is aspecting the Saturn, natal Saturn here. So from this chart we are seeing that Saturn is not connected to Mercury by aspect. Jupiter is not connected to Mercury by aspect, but Jupiter is aspecting the 7th house, and Jupiter is aspecting the Saturn, which is the lord of the 7th house, and natal transit of Jupiter is here. More connection we are seeing from D1. So you first you can, when you are calculating the timing of marriage, you can use your prashna. Okay, like what is the rising, ascendant, what is the nakshatra. So by that you can note down Moon transiting where, nakshatra of the ascendant, and which ascendant is rising. So note down, for example, Gemini rising, Vrikshta nakshatra. So Mercury, Mars, you can note down, right? And the sublord is given in every app, right? So let's say sublord is Venus. So you can notice that whenever Saturn or Jupiter will transit these signs, marriage can take place. So when you are calculating marriage timing, you can use this technique. Okay, so I hope this video was helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe. Take care. Bye.